This is on numbers in the mind. I always said that thoughts equal numbers and numbers equal thoughts. If somebody were to think of the number 67 and they brought it into the inverted pyramid, like I did a lot of videos on, it would pay to go back to them. You would project the 67 to a 4, and then you would start adding the numbers. 6 and 7 is 13, which is 4. 7 and 4 is 11, which is a 2 and 6. And the apex of this pyramid has to do with family or personal change. And the 6 and 7 equals 13, some kind of change in place and plans going on. And the 42 has to do with a question of what association the person wants to be with, or if they want to make plans with the person. So if it was a 24 instead of a 42, it would be help from people who are well known, etc. Now, if the person were to think of the number 82, and these are only examples, 82 is a number of trusting somebody, and if you projected the 82, it would equal a 1, and if you projected 8 and 2 is 10, and 10 would equal a 1, you would drop the 3, and this would be 1. Again, a change in place and plans, but this has to do with either a work or an activity or a health matter. And it's kind of like trusting somebody with a change in place and plans. Whenever the 13 comes into view, it's the number of Napoleon, and a person has to always watch their actions and behavior. If they're too tough or too rough, it really turns back on them. So what this basically is numbers in the mind. And if somebody were to think of two numbers and you project it into this inverted pyramid, it would, and you did this formula, it would give you all the events to come. And a lot of times this also projects what future events are going to come up in this situation. Surprisingly, I've had a lot of people come back and say, well, what you told me didn't exactly make sense at the time, but that's how it wound up. So it's a very interesting concept. They just think of a number and they think it's random, but it really reads the subconscious mind. And it also projects the possibilities of what will surface in this situation. Down here I have a little bit of a formula, and surprisingly enough with the 67, it has to do with the planet Uranus, and that would equal a DM or V initial possibly, or a V in somebody's name, and somebody born on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, or 31st of any month. So it would also indicate perhaps who the person would be dealing with. And don't forget the Uranus planets have to do with August or Leo people, or February or Aquarius, so they could be in the equation as well. And with the 82-1, you're talking about definitely an August or Leo person in the 1 series, and those born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th of any month, and somebody with an A, J, or S initial. And again, it's either August or Leo or February or Aquarius, and the 82 always has to do with trust. But go back and see my inverted pyramids and numbers in the mind and mind reading through astro numbers. And this is just a review of some of it, but on some of those videos I gave much more detail, and this will supplement it, because little by little all the points that I want to bring out come out in the various videos.